This machine sits in a garage and makes $14,000 per month. Most people have no idea it exists. Most people think you need a big factory to make real money. That's wrong. Some of the most profitable small factories today fit inside a garage and use machines that cost less than a used car. In this video, I'll break down 3 of them, what they produce, who actually makes money with them, and where most people fail. Number 1, uniform and cap embroidery machine. This machine looks small, boring, and outdated, which is exactly why most people underestimate it. But here's the uncomfortable question. Why do tiny embroidery shops survive for 20 years while trendy online businesses disappear in 2? The answer is not creativity, it's forced repeat demand. Schools don't buy uniforms once. Security companies don't place one order. Employees leave, new staff join, logos change, caps wear out, and every change quietly creates another paid order. Now here's where the math starts exposing the opportunity. A basic single-head embroidery machine can stitch 20 to 30 logos per hour. The material and electricity cost per logo stays around 30 to 60 cents. But that same logo sells for $3 to $7 when attached to a uniform or cap. And most beginners still lose money here because they chase single customers, one cap, one name, one custom request, slow work, emotional buyers, and unpredictable income. The operators who actually win never start there. They target institutions. One school order of 500 uniforms at $4 per logo is $2,000 in revenue, with barely $300 to $400 in real cost. And that school reorders every academic year without being convinced again. Security companies are even more revealing. High staff turnover means fresh uniform orders every few months. Batches of 50 to 100 pieces, predictable, boring, profitable. And here's the part nobody tells you on YouTube. Embroidery machines don't need branding to make money. Tailors, uniform manufacturers, garment wholesalers already have buyers, but often don't own embroidery machines. They outsource, which means you can run this machine as a silent back-end service. No ads, no Instagram, no public face, just stitching logos for other businesses who already have demand. Once you secure 3 to 5 repeat clients, the machine stops being a risk and starts being a system. Utilization becomes stable, adding a second machine becomes math, not hope. Same customers, same contracts, more output. Now the real question, who should buy this machine? Someone who can handle repetition, who prefers stable cash flow over excitement, who understands boring businesses last longer than exciting ones, and who should never touch it. Anyone chasing fast validation, creative freedom, or viral growth, because this machine does not reward attention. It rewards reliability. Final truth, this machine is not flashy, not sexy, not trending, but when run like infrastructure instead of art, it pays quietly, repeatedly, and for years. Number 2, dog and cat food production machine. This machine just made someone $40,000 last month, and pets have no idea. Because here's what nobody tells you about pet food production. It's the only business where your customers literally beg you not to change your product. And by the end of this, you'll see exactly why that changes everything. So this is dog and cat food production. And watch this. Humans negotiate on price, pets don't. Pet owners never ask, is this cheap? They ask, is this safe? That one shift, it rewrites the entire economy of this machine. Here's why this works when everything else fails. Pet spending is recession-proof. People cancel Netflix. They downgrade their phones. They skip vacations. But they do not experiment with their dog's health. Now here's what shocked me. Most commercial pet food? Made thousands of miles away. Stored for months. Sold on branding, not transparency. The second owners figure that out, fresh, local, clearly labeled food becomes premium instantly. Let me show you the actual numbers before the emotional part takes over. 1 kilogram of quality dog food, controlled ingredients, real formulation, costs you about $1.50 to $2.50 to produce. That same kilogram sells for $5 to $8 in local markets. Premium positioning, fresh, small batch, breed specific, even higher. But here's where beginners blow it. They try to sell to everyone. Pet shops, online marketplaces, random buyers. Constant price wars. Zero loyalty. The operators who actually win? They narrow it down brutally. Subscription customers, local breeders, veterinarians, serious pet owners who value consistency over discounts. And here's the hidden advantage. Once a pet adjusts to a food, owners are terrified to switch. Your retention isn't marketing anymore. It's biology. Now watch how this scales without the usual chaos. You don't need massive volume. You need trust. 10 recurring customers, 5 kilos per month each. That's already predictable income. And unlike trendy products, churn stays low because the risk feels too high to the buyer. So who should actually buy this machine? Someone disciplined, detail-oriented, willing to document every ingredient, every process, every quality checkpoint. Someone building a long-term brand, not chasing fast cash. And who should never touch this? Anyone cutting corners. Anyone rushing to market. Anyone treating this like a generic product. Because mistakes here don't just lose money, they destroy trust permanently. This machine is not easy, not casual, not forgiving. But once you build trust, it becomes one of the most defensible small-scale businesses you can own. Number 3, fresh ground coffee production machine. A 47-year-old quit his job and now makes $8,300 per month grinding coffee beans. No café, no storefront, no customers walking in. So this is freshly ground coffee production. And before you think another cafe fantasy, stop. This has zero to do with opening a coffee shop. No 4,000 pesos rent. No baristas. No Instagram interiors. The real opportunity is behind the scenes. Because here's what changed everything. Coffee isn't a drink, it's a habit. And habits repeat daily. Most coffee you buy locally? Already stale. Roasted 3 weeks ago. Ground 2 months ago. The second you understand that, freshness becomes the entire business model. This machine gives you control over what Starbucks can't scale, freshness at small batch level. Let me show you the actual economics. 1 kilo of green beans costs $4 to $6. After roasting and grinding, you split it into 200 G packs. Each pack sells for $3 to $6. 1 kilo turns into $15 to $25 in revenue. That's 250% to 400% markup. I spoke to an operator in Austin running this exact model. Month 1, 12 office clients, $2,100 revenue. Month 12, 67 clients, $16,800 revenue. Same machine, just compounding relationships. But here's where most people blow it. They try to sell to everyone. Random customers. Price wars. Exhausting. Winners sell to routines, not people. Offices. Gyms. Hotels. Subscription customers. Once coffee becomes someone's morning routine, switching feels risky. That's not marketing. That's biology. Here's the leverage most people miss. 10 offices. 2 kilos per week each. That's 80 kilos monthly. At $18 per kilo, $1,440 revenue. Minus $6 in beans, $960 profit from 10 clients. 20 offices, $1,920. 50 offices, $4,800. The margins scale quietly. 1 actual day of operation. 5 hours of work. 15 kilos processed. $270 to $375 revenue. $90 in beans. $15 packaging. Net profit, $165 to $270 for 5 hours. That's $33 to $54 per hour. Repeatable 5 to 6 days per week. This will make you rich in 90 days. But it can build $5,000 to $15,000 monthly within 12 months, if you execute correctly. If this breakdown helped you see the real numbers behind small-scale production, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We're breaking down 1 machine per week, real costs, real margins, no hype. The next one drops in 3 days, and honestly, the numbers are even better than coffee. Drop a comment below. Which machine do you want me to cover next? And if you're serious about starting something, grab the full breakdown guide in the description. It's free. That's it. See you in the next one.